Hello, my name is Györfi Szilárd from Bluefx.net. Thank you for buying my new template called Exodus. So in the download package you will have two folders. If you have optical flares from Video Copilot, if you have this plugin, use this folder, optical flares. Open it up and open up the optical flares.aep save file. If you don't have the plugin, just use the second one, Exodus optical pre-rendered folder, this one, and open this up. Okay, I will open up the first one because I do have optical flares. So here we have the main composition. Because this project is separate in 9 scenes, it's easy to adjust the timing. So for example, if I want to keep the intro like this, and then comes this text part, and then come the images, and I feel like this text part should not be here, then what do? I just delete it or push this eyeball, slide the first scene here, and there we have it. We changed the animation and the timing. Okay, let's undo this. You have a couple of folders here in the project panel. Open the first one up, 01 U change. So here you will have the images and the logo and the scenes. So first we'll edit the logo. So just double click on this composition logo here, and as you can see, here is my logo. You can delete it or just shut its eyeball out, and you put in here maybe your logo or an intro text or something interesting. Okay, let's say this is your logo. Now let's go back to the main composition, double click on it, and let's see what happened. Good. Now you can see that the logo got replaced. You can do the same thing with this if you have an image. Just import it in After Effects and then drag it in the logo here composition, and the animation will work. Okay. Now let's see how to edit the images. Before you start editing the images, please be aware of this, the numbering. You can see that here first comes image 1 here, then comes image 5. Okay, so here you have the images, image 01, 02, 4, so on. So first you open the image 01 here. This is just a placeholder, you can delete this, and I will drag in a couple of images here so we have something to work with. Okay, now let's open up image 1. You change folder, images, 01 image. Okay, we have the composition open, and let's drag in an image. Put it to the top. Just the timing, and let's scale it up. If you hold down Shift, it will maintain the proportions like this. Now let's go to the main composition, and as you can see, the reflection got updated and the image is there. Now the next scene you have to use image 5. So we go back to the images folder and select image 5. Double click on it. Good. Now let's drag in another image. This one with the desert. Okay, scale it up. Go back to the main composition. And you can see that it works. Now comes image 7. So go to 7, drag in an image. Go back to the main composition, and it works. Now, this is a more interesting part, scene 5. Here you can see that image number 2, image number 3, and image number 4 are used. So let's put in a couple of images. So image number 2, 02, okay, put in an image. Okay, go to the main composition again. The first image is there, image 03. Good. Stretch it out. Good. And image 04. Okay, so let's see what happened. These images are now in the background, and let me show you an interesting thing with this scene. If you are in CS3, hold down Alt and double click. If you are in CS4 or CS5, just double click on the composition. So we open up the composition, and here you have a layer with a marker. Now if you change the opacity of this layer, then the images will be more visible. You can adjust this the way you like it. I like it to be a bit more mysterious, like this. Okay, let's move on. Let's go back to the main composition, and you know this thing. Image 10, you use the composition image 10, put in an image here. Let's see, lighthouse, stretch it out. Okay, it's the koala, it's not the lighthouse. Go back to the main composition. Here it is, image 9, you're going to use 09 here. Good. We're gonna reuse this flower thing. Main composition, image 8, and so on. Okay, so you know the stuff. You're going to replace the images. It's simple. Now let's go and let's start editing the text. For editing the text, you will need to go into the compositions, to the scenes. So first we'll start with scene 1. Here are the scenes. Let me show it to you again. The U change folder, this scenes folder. So let's start with scene 1, and let's open up the logo composition again. Good. here you have this text. Change this text, so let's call it intro, something like that. And as you can see, it works. The logo is changed here, in the logo here composition, as I showed you before. Good. Now let's see scene 1, scene 2. Let's make some place here, some room. Good. As you can see, we have two texts here. Now the first one. Here are two texts, but the yellow one is the reflection. So you only need to change this one, where the marker says change the text, because it has this reflection has an expression applied to it that it will change according to the first text. So change the text. Let's see the second one. Double click on the text, and now I will hold down Control, caps lock, so I write with capitals like this. Now you have to push caps lock again. Good. Now let's go back to the scene. You have a text here. Double click on it, change it. Okay, let's go to the scene 4. Okay, we have two texts here, dynamic and fast. Okay, double click and change it like this. Push caps lock again, and it has updated. Then we have the other text here, the second one in this composition. Just double click and change the text. Okay, let's see scene 5. This is the mysterious scene, so let's see what happens here. You have this layer, this is the big text layer. So you double click on it and write in a longer text here, and it will update. Okay, let's put this back to fit. Scene 6. Scene 6 has no text. Okay, let's see scene 7. By the way, I'm doing this to make some room here, so it's easier for you to see. Here we have, you can adjust this like this. Okay. Here we have two texts. So the first one, double click on it and change it. And here comes the second one. Just double click on it and write in anything you want. Let's go to scene 8. Next here, double click and hold on caps lock. Order tomorrow. Okay. Caps lock, and everything is updated. Now to the final scene, scene 9, and you have this composition logo end. Now here you have the web address. Okay, don't forget to change this. This is the web address. Double click and change it. It's in scene 9. So again, scene 9, hold down Alt if you're on CS3, double click, then go to logo end, and here you change the text. About the music, you can see that I did not supply the audio track because I do not have the right to resell it, but I can give you the link where you can get it. So if you just go back to the folder the download folder, you have this readme file. Open it up, and here you have the link to the audio. Just right click on it and copy and paste in your browser. You can also see the font that I have used on the preview video. It's called Agency FB, and go to this link to download it. I am not allowed to send the fonts or the audio because I do not have the right to resell these items. So now let's go back to rendering. When you have edited the template, just go here to Composition, Make Movie, and I have some recommendations here. At the output mode, click on this text here, okay, and I like to use QuickTime. So I use QuickTime, and at the format option I use Photo JPEG. Then if you have audio, select this audio output, then hit OK. I like this setting because the rendering is usually faster and the quality stays high. Then just click render and you're ready to go. So if you have any questions, just send me an email at contact@bluefx.net. So thank you for buying my template, and have a great day. Bye.